Although I threatened him, and I'm more dangerous than you are.
Mac is devastated too.
Can you picture Tracy on the campaign trail?
Good.
What, did she say that she wasn't feeling well? Like, did she say something?
No.
I'm not going anywhere.
Is there a problem here?
Ava seems to be repeating history with her risky behavior, particularly in tampering with Sonny's medication. It's reminiscent of the past when her actions had severe consequences for Morgan. It's frustrating to see her not learning from her mistakes, especially considering the potential consequences for Avery and herself. I hope this storyline doesn't undo all the character growth Ava has experienced. Maxie's reaction to Sasha's confession was priceless. She seemed impressed, which added a touch of humor amidst the drama. As for Willow, her recent actions, including kissing Drew, feel like a step back to previous complicated relationships. It's disappointing to see her making choices that could jeopardize her marriage with Michael. Overall, I agree that the focus on these intense storylines, like Ava's meddling and Willow's entanglements, could benefit from a shift back to more enjoyable and lighthearted plots. It's time for the show to balance out the drama with some of the fun and engaging storylines that have kept fans hooked for so long. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, it's surprising that Carly, Jason, and even Michael haven't put together the possibility that Ava could be tampering with Sonny's medication, similar to what happened with Morgan. Given Ava's history and proximity to Sonny, it seems like a logical concern that they should investigate further. Sasha's decision to open up about her involvement with Cody's DNA tampering shows her commitment to honesty and repairing relationships. While Maxie and Felicia have forgiven her, convincing Mac to forgive Cody might prove challenging. Drew's deception towards Michael about Willow's situation adds another layer of complexity to their relationships. Despite their history of co-parenting, the dynamics are shifting with new challenges and conflicts emerging. As for the storyline with Willow and Drew, Carly and Jason have raised valid points that reflect viewer frustrations. Meanwhile, the reappearance of Cates, now known as Agent Cates, feels disconnected from the original character, making it difficult to reconcile with past impressions of him as Jagger. On the other hand, they've really stepped up Maxie's fashion game, making her look more stylish and age-appropriate. Now, it would be great if they extended that makeover to Sasha as well. Ava seems to be heading into dangerous territory again, jeopardizing her character's likability. Her relationship with Nicholas was enjoyable, and it's disappointing to see her making questionable choices. Cody Bell, as Mac Scorpio's son and part of the Baldwin Scorpio family, adds an interesting dynamic to Port Charles. His connections and family ties could lead to compelling storylines. Considering Ava and Sonny's instability, perhaps Avery would be better off with Carly. Their track records with stability and safety are certainly concerning. I used to be a fan of Ava, but her recent actions have made it hard to support her. The storyline echoes past issues, particularly with Morgan's medication, and I hope someone intervenes before things escalate further. Avery deserves a stable and reliable mother figure. However, as someone who struggles with mental illness, I find this storyline deeply disturbing. While I understand it's a soap opera, I can only hope it leads to a dramatic downfall for Ava. First, Morgan, and now Sonny. She seems to be on a destructive path. Sonny's threat to bury the judge felt like a clear death threat, especially since it was recorded. It's a risky move that could have serious consequences. Willow, Michael has given you everything: children, family, love, and a comfortable life. It's disappointing to see you jeopardize all that for a fling with your mom's partner. You've shattered the image of the goody two-shoes. And Drew's behavior is equally disappointing. Shame on both of you. Ava is playing a dangerous game by tampering with Morgan's meds, and Carly isn't one to overlook such actions. Ava may soon find herself in serious trouble unless she finds a way out. Seeing Kate's at the doorway, Ava's reaction was priceless. It seems like she might be trying to manipulate or use Kate's for her own agenda regarding Sonny. With Ava, one can always expect the unexpected. Additionally, the writing in this storyline is a complete mess. Cam should stick to acting instead of suggesting storylines because his ideas are terrible. Tension in everyone's love life is expected, but is it too much to ask for a couple of characters to have a solid, fantastic marriage? Felicia and Mac make a great couple, but they don't fit into the Quartermain drama. As a longtime fan of Ava, it's hard to deny that she's crossed into pure evil territory. This time, she deserves to go to prison for her actions. Moreover, Ava's insistence on giving Sonny placebos raises serious concerns, especially regarding Avery's safety when she's in his care. While she may focus on Avery's well-being when it serves her own interests, Ava overlooks the potential consequences of reducing Sonny's medication. Just like how she didn't fully grasp the impact of releasing the recording of Natalia on Christina and Blaze, Ava fails to consider how Sonny's altered state could harm Avery. This negligence might ultimately affect the custody battle, leading to Avery's removal from both Ava and Sonny's care, and possibly placing her in the Quartermain daycare center. Avery isn't viewed as a cherished child by Ava, rather, she's seen as a possession. Ava's knowledge of Christina's traumatic experience with Sonny's violent outburst against Dex doesn't translate to understanding the risks Avery faces. Unlike Christina, who is an adult, Avery is a vulnerable child. Witnessing Sonny's potentially violent and unstable behavior could scar her emotionally or even physically endanger her. On the other hand, Michael should be more suspicious of Willow and Drew given their history. Willow's past affair with Michael behind Chase's back, coupled with Sabrina's attempt to deceive Michael with Carlos's baby, should raise red flags for him. Despite Michael's own faults in the matter, he is aware of Willow's previous actions. The sudden kiss between Willow and Drew felt forced and lacked natural chemistry between the actors, which might explain why Michael hasn't sensed anything amiss. Many viewers perceived Drew as the one exuding questionable vibes, rather than both actors conveying genuine chemistry. The lack of build-up to their kiss also contributed to its awkward reception. The storyline seems uninspired and fails to enhance Willow's character in a believable manner. While her previous affair with Michael had some narrative justification, longing, shared history, and a marriage of convenience, the current storyline lacks such groundwork. Willow's character development could have been enriched through more nuanced storylines that align better with her persona, like her struggles with Dawn of Day, the complexities of her relationships with Brad and Lucas, or her challenges as a mother. These narratives placed Willow in morally challenging situations that felt authentic to her character, unlike this abrupt turn. As a fan of Willow, I appreciated her journey from a teacher to navigating various tumultuous relationships and personal dilemmas. However, once she settled into motherhood and a stable relationship with Michael, her storyline stagnated. General Hospital struggled to maintain engaging relationship dynamics without resorting to affairs or contrived secrets has been noticeable, detracting from the character's development and appeal. However, Willow's behavior lately is starting to mirror Nina's, isn't it? I expected some closeness between Drew and Willow, but I thought it would come from Drew, not Willow herself. What really got me was when she said to Drew in the breakfast nook, "I'm not that kind of person." If I were drinking coffee, I would have spit it out across the room. Let's face it, she absolutely is that kind of person. Remember when she cheated on Chase with Michael? That wasn't necessary. Willow likes to portray herself as humble and self-effacing, but she clearly thinks quite highly of herself. Michael treats Willow as if she's fragile. He subtly brings up her cancer and questions her strength, acting like she can't do anything besides chase Wiley around their small backyard next to their new neighbors Joss and Trina. He's protective but not supportive. It's definitely not sexy behavior to an ambitious and beautiful young woman who's a school teacher, nurse, and charity spokesperson. You all know sex with Michael is always missionary style, paint by numbers. Willow is just a little bored and frustrated, caught up in the exciting, sexy world of bone marrow spokespersonship or whatever. And Drew shaved, he's fit, and his pheromones are swirling from just having sex with Nina like 100 times. So you can see, it's not really Willow's fault. She acted impulsively out of frustration. Maybe we should cut her some slack this time. After all, Michael is at best dull on a good day, the kids are clingy, and Uncle Drew is a would-be politician with no boundaries. But if Willow kisses Uncle Drew a second time, then that's a whole other story. Additionally, Carolyn Hennessy truly is a gift to General Hospital. Last week, I mentioned how Jane Elliott, a powerhouse, only had one Emmy for her role as Tracy, which she won in the 80s. But it's also a travesty that Carolyn Hennessy, despite being nominated, has never won for her portrayal of Diane Miller. Yes, she has an Emmy for her work on The Bay, but her role as Diane on GH is equally deserving of recognition. I'm catching up on the episode where Carly confides in Diane about the FBI tape, and Carolyn's chemistry with everyone shines through. She effortlessly delivers her lines, blending comedy and drama seamlessly. She's part of one of my favorite friendships on the show, alongside Alexis and Diane. Carolyn's acting seems so natural, and she comes across as someone you'd want to be friends with in real life, fun, witty, and great for a drink and gossip session. Moreover, I came across an intriguing theory that suggests Gio might be the son of Rick Lansing and Mariana Russo. Back in the early 2000s, Rick had returned to his hometown of Martha's Vineyard, where he met Mariana, a waitress in a coffee house. Mariana, who had come to America for work but faced challenges with her green card and an abusive boss named Randy, caught Rick's romantic interest, and they became involved. However, their relationship soured when Rick discovered Mariana had been spying on him at the behest of his father, Trevor, possibly leading to Randy's demise. Rick ultimately sent Mariana away from Port Charles, and her fate remained unknown. But what if she went to New York and had her baby, giving him up to an Italian family? Although it's a far-fetched theory, the idea of Rick having a son after all these years, especially with Molly potentially having a half-brother like Gio, could introduce an interesting development. Regarding Gio possibly being Drew's son, his curiosity about Jason's picture at the Quartermaines suggests there might be more to his background, especially since his supposed father was a soldier who passed away. This echoes the confusion Kim faced when she initially mistook Jason for Drew. As for Rick, yes, he is indeed Sonny's half-brother who infamously kidnapped Carly in the summer of 2002, taking her to a lighthouse in a dramatic storyline where Lorenzo ended up rescuing her instead of Sonny. Personally, I'm not entirely sold on Gio's character yet. He seems to talk a lot, and I think it would have been more compelling if he turned out to be Spencer, Nicola's son. And don't worry about your memory. It's fun to reminisce about those classic GH storylines, like Rick's vengeful kidnapping of Carly during her pregnancy. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.